Well, welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. It's been an interesting couple of days, hasn't it? I might not be the only one, but I could do without ever hearing that intro music on the loading screen for 2024. At any rate, on a positive note, it does seem like the sim is settling out. And I thought we would have a look at a couple of things today. So I have managed to get Add-ons Linker working. And I'm going to take a spin down through the Grand Canyon in the de Havilland DH-82 Tiger Moth. So I'm in the process right now of testing Freeware. But I thought the Tiger Moth might be a good choice for this. So we're going to take off at Grand Canyon National Park. So let's pop over into the sim. Okay, here we are. We're at the map screen, which I thought might be, since everything is new again, might be worth a look. So I have my aircraft selected. I've got the DH-82 Tiger Moth, and I did go through and configure the controls for it. So my rudder pedals do work, and so do my throttle and some of my other hardware peripherals. So that's progress. A number of different things here. Flight conditions you can select, live time and weather. You can pick your runway. There's an electronic flight bag if you haven't taken a peek at that. Yeah, let's jump over there real quick. So there's lots of cool stuff in here. The pilot book showing you your times. Place to go in and change units of measure and other fun things. Flight planner. Some stuff about the aircraft. Checklist. That's a nice touch. So there's a lot of great work that has been done with the sim. I know for the first 24 hours or so, like many of you, my head was rolling around on the ground. But at any rate, things are settling out, and major launches like this are never as smooth as you want them to be. So aside from the launch fumble, there seems to have been some great work done. Time will tell as we continue to explore what's available to us in the new sim. The graphics are very impressive, just at my first touch here. So at any rate, all right, so we're going to go ahead and control enter to start our flight. So we'll wait while that spawns in. This is actually the video that I had hoped to do on launch day, but that was not to be. All right, so we are sitting at the end of the runway here, Grand Canyon National Park. And it's continuing to load, so we'll give it a minute or so.
Canyon Tower Speed Racer, 63 Golf, Zulu Bravo 869er at runway tree ready for departure, departing straight out.
So the new voices.
63 Golf, Zulu Bravo 869er, altimeter tree 0.40 straight out, departure approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway tree.
As I was saying, the built-in
Takeoff runway tree speed racer, 63 Golf Zulu Bravo 869er.
I'm like walk on over yourself. The built-in voices here are much improved, in my opinion. All right, so let's click on ready to fly. All right, so we're sitting on the runway here. One of the things that you're going to need to get used to is the differences in how the cameras work. Keyboard sequences and shortcuts, they are all over the place. So there are some opportunities to go in, I think, and change the keyboard settings from 2024 to 2020. But there you have it. So I'm still in the process of doing some exploratory learning. So we'll figure all this stuff out together, I guess, as we go. So here we go. We're going to take off here. Get ourselves configured. Put my parking brake on here, run the motor up a little bit. Be careful with the Tiger Moth. It will tip over. All right. Let's see what we can do here. And one of the things I hope you notice is you can definitely see a great difference in terms of how the foliage is rendered. Run the engine all the way up. Concentrate on flying here for a second. A little bit of wind today. And we're coming up. Good positive rate here. All right, let's jump outside the plane here. So this will give you an idea of what the ground rendering is. And I still have a lot of things turned on that I normally would not have on, just for, I guess, familiarization purposes. Points of interest and other things are marked. And I'm also continuing to explore, my specific settings in the sim to balance, my hardware. I certainly don't have the latest and greatest of graphics cards. I do have 64 gig of RAM and also have a 1 gig internet connection. And I have an i7 processor. At some point we'll be upgrading. We're going to go back inside the plane here. I'm using our good old default escape key on the keyboard. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording and we'll come back here once I'm over near the lip of the canyon, just to cut down on the time with the video. So we're going to go to a pause here. We'll be right back. And we're still making our way over to the canyon, so we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We are just now approaching the lip of the canyon here, so we'll switch back over into the sim, and we'll have a peek. So I do have a mixture of settings as far as graphics are concerned. Some of the things I do have set on Ultra. The canyon just absolutely is gobsmackingly good. Let's jump outside the plane here. There we go. The strata on the formations in the canyon are just, they're just beautiful. And we could monkey around with time of day, but I'll leave that to you good folks to explore that. I'm looking forward to having Flow Essentials back at my fingertips. So I am a big fan and unpaid spokesperson for Flow. anyway, it's one of my favorite things in the sim. It's very, very well done, and I think it will find its niche here as we move forward into 2024 Adventureland. Let's bank back and go back this way a little bit. So one of the things I did want to show during this video, as far as the cockpit is concerned, jump back in the plane. I think they've done a good job of changing how the tips work. They're much more readable now. So I think that's definitely an improvement. As far as another recommend, tootle your way over to Flightsim.to and pick up the latest version of Add-ons Linker. If you've got a lot of legacy freeware and add-ins like I do, that's going to be a godsend. So I've already started testing some of my favorite freeware aircraft. Excuse me. And some of them work and some of them don't. But hopefully the devs will get on the ones that aren't currently working, and we'll have those available in the sim as well. At any rate, I did a video in the last week or so on the Reams rocket, the slightly higher performance 172, and it flies very nicely in the sim. And I've also tested out another plane that we did a review on, the Hawker Sea Fury. It works as well in 2024. So anticipating that was the case, please continue to enjoy the freeware and support those developers over on Flightsim.to. We are all going to be busy doing some retrofit work. I've got a lot of things I'm going to have to do to my scenery once I finally get a hold of the software development toolkit. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Microsoft. You know, freeware developers, you know, they do a lot of work, you know, to add value to the community, and I'm sure that the pro developers as well are a bit disappointed that are the ones that are particularly outside of the official partner box. It really would have been nice to have had, you know, earlier access to those tools so that we could continue to do what we enjoy doing to help make the product better. But there you go. I'm making my way back over to the canyon wall here, heading back to the airport. We're not going to record the landing. So hopefully this has been a good video in terms of, you know, giving you a little bit of a showcase in terms of the Grand Canyon for you to go and explore yourself. And also giving you a heads up again in terms of Add-ons Linker in particular. All right. I guess I will leave you guys here. I'm going to continue back over to the airport. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Love to have you as a regular viewer of the channel. Lots and lots of videos to come. I've already got my target list in terms of some of the new aircraft that will release with 2024. So we'll be taking a peek at those together, and as always, I'll be monitoring what's going on over on Flightsim.to. All right then, we're going to leave it here. Hope everybody's keeping well. Cheers, y'all.